Prince James. Yes, sir.
How y'all doing tonight? All right, listen, now, a lot of y'all know I'm supposed to be a comedian, but I don't know no jokes enough. So I ain't gonna even do that. All right, I wanna start off how I start off every show though. So if y'all don't know, the ones who do, follow along. God is good. I said God is good. All right, now for all the sinners, I'm just saying, if you owe child support and you wanna get your income tax check back, you might wanna say this. I'm gonna say it one more time. God is good. I wanna thank all y'all for coming out. Y'all know how black folk do. We trickling in, but we supposed to have some good numbers coming out. I don't care if don't nobody else come. What we got here is what we got, you know? And I want to thank all of y'all for spending your time. I know it's cold out there. Black folk don't do the cold well. I was the last off the slave ship. I promise I was. I took my toe out like it is cold. I roll the boat back. I will roll it back. But wow, man, we got some good speakers in the house. I definitely want to give a special shout out to my man Mike Williams, councilman, for coming on out, man. It's good to see that they want to show that support to their community and their neighborhood. For all of y'all too, especially for y'all who brought y'all's kids, man. You know, y'all deserve a big round of applause yourselves. Thank y'all for doing that. It's very important. It's very important that your kids see you doing something positive in your community and just not talking. We got a lot of Facebook friends and everything, and sometimes it's easier to talk and it's a lot harder to do a little bit of that action. So hopefully today we can come up with, well, we can start our way on a solution. How about that? How about that? For all those who do know, I won't pretend to act like I'm perfect or that this event is perfect. This event was put together for the community, for the people. So at this moment right now, I got a couple mics. Can I get some of the staff up here? Ms. Pearson, Mr. Osby. We're going to take these mics right now, and I want to pass them around to the audience members. Now, we don't want you coming, we don't want the whole dialogue of what you done did. If you got something positive to say, if you have something that has affected you in your community, if you have somebody that has been affected by the violence, this is your time to speak right now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Councilman at Large Mike Williams, and first of all, we have all been affected by violence. Now, it might have affected some of us more personally than others, but it is impacting everything that we do, our entire community. So this is the first step to coming up with solutions. And folks, I just want you to know that the solutions are not going to come from some of the places that you think it should come from. It's going to come from you. You all collectively, we all collectively are the most powerful things in this room. We can make those changes. And God will bless our efforts and our works, but we have to work and come together and focus on the things that we need to be focused on. We need, and I'm so glad to see the young people that are here, because it is our job as elders, and that elders applies to everyone here that's not a little child. Our job is to provide and protect these young people, and we have to give them the guidance that they need. But it's incumbent upon us to all come together and work hard and do the things that we need to do. As an elected official, I don't have all the answers. And frankly, I'm here to listen and to hear what you have to say to help devise some solutions and to bring resources to the solutions that you want to put together. But always remember, it comes from the community. The leadership should come from the community. The ideas should come from the community. Everything else needs to respond to those concerns and issues and leadership. So if everyone here is a leader, make no mistake about that. Everyone here is gifted. Everyone here. And we are all gifted in very different ways. So we come together, some magnificent magnificent things will happen. And all of us have been in occasions where people have come together and magnificent things happen. That's what we have to do today, and stay focused on that. God bless each and every one of you, and stay in prayer, especially for these young people.
My name is Philip Risby. I'm a pastor of a church in Barberton, Ohio. It's a very young church. We actually built the church with our own hands. As I walked in the library, I noticed that they have sensors. If you go to the airport has stepped its game up as far as security. Schools have stepped their game up as far as security. But I believe the only people who have not stepped their game up is the church. I feel as though if you want, in this radical time, you need radical thinking to make radical change. And I guarantee you there's probably not anybody in here that will shoot anybody, hopefully. There's not anybody in church, hopefully, that will shoot anybody. But I feel as though that the job of the church, I'm going to represent the church, is that okay?
Amen.
We as a church, and a lot of us in church, we say, come as you are. But as soon as they start coming as they are, we got a lot to say about them. We'll talk about them, we'll look at them, we'll look at them and say, you sagging, you tatted up, you got the mirror rings in your ear, you got your hat on in the building. Who cares? I am saying, I'm representing the church. If we want to change what we call bad people, then good people must come in contact with them. I believe that, because I believe good always overcomes evil. And I don't particularly say that someone is evil. They just haven't been directed in the right way. So I am saying, one of the things that I've done, that the Lord directed me to do, and I got a little criticism for it, is that we had a day at our church that we call G Day. And I'm very proud of that day because the Lord gave it to me. Because I don't believe in just talking. So G Day, we made a hot card, and it said something for the gangster, for the goon, the go-getter, and the grinder, the G and the OG. Now that may sound kind of crazy, but that was one of our most successful days ever. And I told church people, this is my thing with church people. There's nothing wrong with fellowship. I love fellowship. But I think the church as a whole, all we go out and do is get good people to come to our good church. I told them, I said, I don't even want any more church people to come here. Go out and get the goon, the gangster, the grinder, the G. That's who I want. Our church was packed on that day. We even changed testimony service. I said, it's not even going to be testimony service. It's going to be G-monies. And these people from the street came in and spoke. It was so beautiful to me. And they felt like, for the first time, somebody has actually reached out to me. We had another day where we had a positive rap contest. I told all of the good people, I don't want to hear you today. I don't want no church people rapping today. I want the streets. That's right. I gave up my pulpit for that day. Gave away $500 for the best rapper, and you didn't even have to come with scripture. I said, just say something positive. One of the second best days we ever had in church. I am saying to everyone here today, if you're in church, think outside the box. Your mama's way is not going to get it today. You know, old mother, she's singing, bringing in the sheaves, that's just not going to get it. If you don't change, and I'm going to close on this, I believe There was some wise man that said, if you keep doing what you always done, you're going to get what you always got. So I am for radical change, and I thank you young black men who wanted to come here and do it. I think this is success if just one person showed up. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
and misused your freedom. Now you find yourself free to do what you want, so you say. So you hang on the street corner with your pants sagging down. Don't know who you are. You would take from your own brothers and sisters out of the mouths of your own children, because you're free to do what you please. Is this what Sister Sojourner lived for? I mean, after all, Oz ran miles and miles and miles up north just to be free. And Harriet pointed her gun at me and said, if you turn back, I'll kill you dead. Because even she knew she couldn't take the risk of you. Giving somebody else the pathway that we took to be free. Is this what you want for you? Is this all you have for you? Are you that blind that you can't see past this? See, this is what happened. Let me educate you right quick, because I think you lost your mind. So I'm going to snap you back like this. They bring drugs into the community. You decide to be a street pharmacist. Okay. I'm not knocking your hustle, but what I am going to do is shed the light on your hustle. All right. See, back in the day, when Oz was in the cotton field picking every day, Oz learned how to use herbs to heal what ails me. I mean, all I had was God. And so when I was hurt and I was broken, I talked to him, and he healed me. I mean, I sang songs to him, and he makes me feel a little bit better. But you simple. You misuse Tylenol and NyQuil and all these other things, and then you begin to make these things that are hallucinogenic, and then you begin to kill yourself, and then killing you wasn't enough, so you decided to share with somebody else. So now you kill them too. Now, not only are you a murderer, but you a thief, because you will steal from your own neighbor the right to live, think, and be free for their own selves. You now rob their children the right to have a parent day in and day out until they take their last breath. The day that you pick up a piece and put it in your hand, you rob somebody else the opportunity to have a husband, a father, a brother, a lover, a wife. And then you got the nerve to say, how you doing? Why y'all want to kill me like? You guilty. GOA. Guilty on arrival. You guilty the minute that you partake in that. You guilty the minute that you see it and turn your head. You guilty the minute that you don't speak and say don't do that. You guilty the minute that you know the right way to go and have the knowledge of guilty. You guilty. You guilty. You guilty. I'm guilty. I'm guilty because every Tuesday now people right to stand up on the stage and spit freely, and I don't educate you, that I give you gibberish and foolishness. I'm guilty.
This violence, it's pain that you just wouldn't wish on your worst enemy. I see all my people here. We got to realize really and truly who our real enemy is. Our real enemy has turned us into our own worst enemy. The enemy threatens other countries and claims they have weapons of mass destruction and these kind of things, but they shipping weapons of mass destruction into our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? We gotta really wake up as black people, as a nation, within a nation that doesn't even want us here. So there's been a lot of things that's been said, and the unity of us all. Just think this little small one city community right here. Not really many people in here, but this is on every city from coast to coast, north and south. You know what I'm saying? This is what's going on in why do we always have to be the people that's protesting? Other people, the enemy, they chilling right now, laughing at us. So we really, I'm saying this to each and every one of us in here, because each and every one of us in here, we know people that know people that know people that know people. And just like this violence has spread across the country and our neighborhood, what must be done in the time that we're living in? 2 Timothy chapter 3 said, know ye this, that in the last days there will be perilous times. And that's what's going on right now, perilous times. I don't know how y'all's faith is, but this ain't no joke out here. We can sit here and talk and, but we gotta get busy. First, we gotta get on our knees. Black people, man, we beautiful, smart, intelligent. I love y'all. Always have. When I experienced racism as a kid, it really, I think I did crack for 20 years. Because I couldn't deal with the real world. Because I was raised in that village. This brother know. Love, like they said. You act up in school, you act up down the street. You're gonna get, when you got paddled at school, you're gonna come home and get a paddle. But it kept you thinking, it made you say, well, I don't think I wanna do that. They took all of that. They took the prayer out, we can't even discipline our own kids. But they can though. You know what I'm saying? I know I would and I am. I would listen to that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the laws that they have set. And this is what they put in the mindset of the children, that you can't do nothing to me. I'll call the police on you. You know what I'm saying? All of this is an intricate design. So we can't just come here and really do what we're doing without doing what really needs to be done. And I thank y'all, and I'm glad I was here. Thank you.
They call me Piz. That's not my given name, but that's my moniker in the street. And I want to say that I can honestly stand before everybody and actually say that I recognize now, by me being 31 years of age, I am part of the problem that's going on today, because when I was 21, 22, 23, I got younger brothers and nephews that looked up to me. But I sold drugs, was into violence, and came home and they heard me and my friends talk about that, glorifying it, how messed up we was at the club, or how many girls we done slept with, or who did this or who did that. So I feel like my brother wouldn't be in jail right now if I would have been a better influence on him. Or my nephew wouldn't be carrying guns in jail now if I was a better uncle, if I led by better examples. So now that's why I'm so passionate about coming to these meetings, because I feel like I owe it to my city to take my place. Because I do feel like I am the reason why. Even if I'm just 1%, I'm still part of the reason why some of these young kids is the way they is, because I glorified that life. My uncles and my dad and them before me glorified it, so it made me think it was cool. So as long as we glorify this stuff and make it seem like it's the cool thing you do, what you think every generation after us gonna do? They're gonna do the same thing. And I can't say, Me at like 21, 22, I would have never came to nothing like this because I, like, forget it. You know, my little opinion ain't gonna count. You know, but it was something that really made me realize I was making a difference when I said something on Facebook a couple of weeks ago. And it caused, like it got to the point to where I told people, like, the killing is enough. If I see something that stops snitching stuff, you know, I mean, I ain't gonna say that I'm gonna tell on everybody, but, like, if you get your money, get your money. But if it's somebody that's innocent being killed and I see it, I'm gonna say what I saw. I don't care what you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wanna say, oh, I ain't seen nothing until it actually happens to them. And it's not happened to me, but I feel like I live in Akron, I love my city, so when it does happen to another family, it's still happening to me. Because I shouldn't be getting invited to go places like, hey, they ain't paying, I ain't going, nigga, it's too crazy out here. You know, I like to go out and enjoy myself, but it's been getting so crazy to where, like, I don't even want to go out on the weekends. I don't go to certain places. I don't even go to certain sides of town at night. Not saying that I'm a coward, because I've never been that, but it's just that crazy, and I got kids to live for now, so I do want to, I want to see my community do better. And I feel like, just like the first thing I got into was Shanique's summit. I don't know where she went, but yeah, I donated like 600 hours of studio time because that's my passion. That's what I love to do. So I feel like if I can find 17, 18 kids that want to do the same thing, come. We can sit there all day. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I ain't getting paid for it, but that's what I love to do. But I feel like out of all the kids that I bring in, if only one person changed, then I feel like I was part of that 1% of the solution instead of egging on the problem.
This is, look, it ain't 1,000 of us. This right here, Embassy Lounge, Mr. Cool was one of our major contributors. I mean, call what you need, what you want, right here. I promise I didn't know this dude like that before. This is the first time I'm hearing this story with y'all. Now, look, I ain't got no gangs in me. I'm wiping my shit away too, like God does. I want to bet, this is the team. Johnny Osby, I want them to introduce themselves. This is who made this happen right here.
Hi, I'm Tamika Pearson. Nice to meet everybody. Thank you for coming. And we appreciate all of your support.
My name is Joellen Fletcher. Thank you for coming out. Have a nice night. Be safe.
Hello, my name is Tasha Scott, and I want to shout the kids out, because y'all sat, y'all did good, y'all were awesome.
No, they did.
I want to shout out the kids, y'all did a good job. Thank you for coming, thank you for supporting us, and I just want to say it's a lifestyle change in your mind. Once you think positive, you'll produce positive. What you think about today is what you produce tomorrow. So if you think about what you want in life, you will produce what you want in life. Keep your thoughts clean, kids. Keep your thoughts clean. I love you guys.
My name is Dorita Davis. I'm one of the event coordinators. I'm glad you guys came out for real. And it's hard to do it by yourself, so I'm so glad that I'm working with a team, because I had a Stop the Violence rally back in October at my car wash on Newton Street. It was in the paper, a real little bitty old article. I put it on Facebook. I got about 150 people said they was gonna come, but they didn't, okay? So it's hard to start a movement by yourself, but when you got a team, we should actually have a better turnout, and it should be more successful, because it seems like we got a lot of different organizations, and I know a couple people said they got programs and this and that and this, but we don't have programs that transport kids from school. We got parents that work. I mean, we have to fill in a gap. I got a van, put some gas in it, let's go. You know what I'm saying? We have to work together. What can we do? Do we need to get a bus? What do we need to do so these kids can get to these programs? We got parents that work. We can't do it all. We got fathers that's working. They can't do it all. So this is just the beginning of the movement. We're gonna have something each and every month. It's gonna be a calendar of events coming out. We're gonna do something for the adults, we're gonna do something for the kids, but the overall goal is to help these families, to help our community. We have victim assistance, but what is the black community doing to help these victims? These are our people out here. We need to fight for our people and help our people.
Thank you.
All right, at this time, I want you to look over to anybody. If you sit next to a female, male, make sure you get the gender right. I want you to look them in their face. Kids, y'all can do this, and I'm gonna hold y'all accountable too. You look over and you tell them, I'm my brother's keeper, I'm my sister's keeper. Can I hear
Thank you.